Hi, I'm Mike.
And I'm Terry.
We are full-time treasure hunters and resellers.
We work hard.
And we play hard. We travel the Northwest buying storage units as well as scouring the United States for liquidation merchandise.
Our 20 years of experience has created a passion for reselling and has allowed us to spend time with our family and enjoy recreational and travel around the world.
We believe laughter is the medicine of life, and we are here to share it with you. Please join us on this journey and keep laughing with Mike and Terry's Resell. Hey guys, Mike and Terry here. We are back with you again today from the Cabana. This is probably going to be the last big hoorah of the season. We got 80-degree weather again, which is kind of a weird little thing for this time of year for Oregon. But anyway, so welcome back to our channel.
Welcome back.
Thanks for tuning in again. I don't know what the percentage is, but we have not broke that 50% mark on subscribers. So make sure that you're subscribed.
Hit that subscribe button. If you need to hit that bell to turn on your notifications also.
Yes, definitely. So we do not have an unboxing for you guys today.
We do not. But we cannot let the summer end without the Cabana one more time for you guys. You guys have seen the Cabana. This was always the Lego Cabana.
No Legos today.
No Legos, no. But there was ash was everywhere from the fires, believe it or not. And
it's all clean now.
Well, not all clean, but this area is clean.
The Cabana's clean.
It might got it all cleaned up, just so we could film here for you guys today. But we want to bring. You want to start it?
Yeah, we just wanted to touch base with you guys in regards to the reseller's life. We get a lot of questions, a lot of people asking us, hey, how do you do this? How do you do that? Probably one of the biggest ones is people are asking us, how do you guys process so much merchandise? How do you do an unboxing every day? Well, for us, it's a lot of hours, a lot of work, but a lot of that has come with experience, you guys. Many of you have been sending in questions saying, hey, I just bought my first pallet, what do I do now?
Oh boy.
And we're going to kind of lead into some of this, of what we're going to talk about today about that.
Yeah, so, a reseller's life, it's interesting. One, for us, there's two of us, okay? So when we buy a pallet, and we could do a pallet a day, that is literally, it has came in, we have filmed it, we have processed it, we have checked the merchandise, we have tested any electronics, we have posted it, and we are selling it all in the one day.
And then we're exhausted.
And we still make dinner and try to do the normal stuff also. But we have our routine also, since we've worked together. Yes, husband and wife, we worked together. Oh my gosh. But how we've worked together for so many years with this. So there's our routine. But how do we do it? Caffeine. No.
Caffeine, yeah, caffeine. We have a very high drive for what we do. We love what we do, and we have a lot of drive. We do this full time, you guys. We are different than a lot of other resellers. We have had our times in our life where we've done it part time, and we had 9-to-5 jobs. For the past several years, we have been 100% full time. So we don't have a paycheck. So
this is it.
To make it work, we have to have hardcore drive.
You do.
To push forward all the time.
And before we went to us both full time with this, it was the last job held in this house was by Mike, actually. I mean, I had my job of reselling, and I was doing it full time, and then he was still doing it at that point part time on the weekends, or helping me in the evenings. But when we both went full time, it was a little nerve-wracking, but we took the steps to build it. It wasn't something that happened overnight or in a week or even 5 months. I mean, we had to take the steps to build it all, really.
True, yeah.
You got to build your clientele, you know, kind of like I'll use this, a real estate broker. You build your clientele list. A hairdresser, they build their clientele list. You build your anywhere, you know, you build your clientele list, and that was kind of part of it, was building our clientele list, actually.
Well, for us, because we sell so much locally, we've had to build that over the years. I know a lot of you guys, especially a lot of you that are new sellers, you know, they're really trying to work on eBay, Mercari, Poshmark. Those are all great platforms. They all have their advantages and disadvantages. Our business is operated, we formed it differently, and that actually kind of leads into one more thing that I wanted to mention.
What?
Is
what would that be, Mike?
Oh, I'm going to tell you. I actually already told you this.
Oh.
We've been getting a lot of messages from our viewers, from you guys. Oh, stop.
What?
I got to say one more thing. Thanks for being one of our 1,000. I know you guys are probably already aware of that, but I mean, we're just still living in that moment. It was so crazy. But we've been getting a lot of messages from you guys saying, how come I don't see your stuff on eBay? How can I buy your stuff? Our business model is not built around online sales. We do some stuff on eBay, but our business model is not built around that. Because we're clear on the West Coast, more or less anything that we ship going across the country, and it is very expensive for us. So we try to keep those fees and shipping costs out of it. That way we can sell our products for cheaper.
Yes.
If you guys see something that you're interested in, that you see it in a video, don't hesitate to send us a private message on Facebook, on our Facebook business page, or at our email address. Both of those links are underneath every video. You can it never hurts to ask. We may or may not still have that item, and maybe it's worth shipping, maybe it's not, but don't hesitate to ask.
Definitely, and especially since, like what Mike just said, is, you know, shipping across the country, but or as I touched just a moment ago, of how do we do it? Well, it unboxes that day, and it is posted that day. It
doesn't sit around.
There is, say, hypothetically, if there's 70 items in a pallet, we will probably get 62 of those items posted. We do end up with a little carryover. That does happen, and that's usually the small little things you'll see us pull out. And then we actually get those start to get built up, and when we have time, say if we have a pallet that's only 35 items, then we will actually go to those boxes and start grabbing some of those things out, also to try to start clearing those back out.
Those are the scraps and the crumbs. We'll worry about that junk later, you know.
That's not the bread and butter. Let's move on from that as a reseller. You don't deal with that as much. But you can't flood the market always either with expensive items. So you need to also know, again, your clientele list of where that fine mix is, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So one of our, at least I think my advice also, if you are, most of you know that we have our own group, and that we have turned a lot of other resellers onto forming a group. We've had people locally copy us and make a group. Make the group your own. That's the biggest thing, right, Mike? Make it your own.
Make everything your own. Your business model needs to be yours. You. Yes. How you are going to do business.
YouTube is great to get ideas and to get advice or to do research, but make it yours, because it will fit you, and it'll fit your lifestyle and your personality and your community and your customers. Because what my customers may want in Oregon, they may not want that, say, in North Carolina, or vice versa. Or Texas may not want something that Florida has, or New York has, or you see what I'm saying? It is different clienteles in those cities, so right. You really need to make it your own. You know what your town in your community is. Now, if you have a small community, yes, online sales. Online sales are great. Again, if you live on a coastline, you're shipping all the way across this way, or you're shipping all the way across this way. Your best are the people that live in the middle of the country. You guys got it the best because you can ship out easier either way, and it doesn't cost you as much. So that's,
you know, what you were just talking about actually reminds me of what TJ and April said today. I don't know if you guys, you know, follow Pallet Jackin, one of our featured channels.
Follow them.
They did a live stream today, and they did a lot of questions and answers. And one thing that one of their viewers, we were watching it too. We love those guys. One of their viewers was talking about selling on Facebook Marketplace.
Yes.
And they explained that they don't do much for sales on Facebook Marketplace. They primarily sell on Mercari and eBay. So they've realized that that's what works good for them.
Their location.
Where they're at. You know, they've tried other things, but, you know, that's their thing.
Exactly.
And, you know, we have our style, and this guy over here has his style. Everybody's kind of got their own style.
Exactly.
They've tried, they've figured out what works for them, and that's what, you know, if you guys are resellers or you're thinking about getting into reselling, that's what you need to do too. You know, you can try all these methods, and you'll figure out what works for you.
Also, I also think that when you form your own group, Mike and I have personally have like I don't want to say handpicked, but we made the group handpick it to us, you know, because we knew we were going to be dealing with these people in person, you know, and we didn't want just a stranger or someone that's going to make you feel uncomfortable. That's going to just really a creeper.
A creeper.
A creeper, we're going to call him.
You know, it's for real, though, guys.
It is. I mean, you all remember, you know, the saying about be careful with Craigslist, you know, with the strangers and so forth. It's the same thing with this. It really is. And so we don't let everybody in our group because of our own safety also.
We're very selective.
We're very selective. And being selective over all those years, we have a great group. But it wasn't something that just happened overnight. So if you're doing your own group, you know, keep that in mind. You'll have less flakes on you also.
Or ghosts. Some people call them ghosts.
Ghosts, yeah. The crickets. We get crickets, so you do. Is this available? Yes. And you never hear from them again.
It happens.
But it's very, very common every day for Mike and for myself. Each of us, a typical day, he gets 1,000 messages or 100 messages. I get
1,000.
I know.
In one day?
He gets 100, and I'll get 100 messages. That's a normal work day.
Yeah.
We talk to so many people sitting there, you know, through Messenger. It's crazy how many people we talk to.
It is intense. Oh, and then let's put in there.
That's a normal work day.
Let's put in there YouTube. You guys know that we try to respond to every single comment you guys put on our YouTube. So we want, and you do something.
I do something.
So
while
we do
he's doing that, I'm doing other research already.
And eBay, and this and that. Yeah. It's nonstop. So
Mike has his one way he's running for our business, and I'm running this way with our business, and we trust in each other. In fact, we were just talking about that again last night. Trusting in each other.
You have to trust, and this goes for any business. It doesn't matter what business you have, you guys.
Which will bring me to another point here.
You have to trust in the people that you work with. Now, whether that's just your partner, or if you have a large-scale resale business that you have people that do certain jobs for you, you know, you have to trust in them that they're going to do what you need them to do, and that's something that we've worked on for years and years and years.
A short work day for Mike and I is an 8-hour day. Okay. Our typical day is usually 10-hour days. A long day will put us into 12-hour days, and we will do those sometimes 3-4 days straight, especially when we're doing the storage lockers. Especially doing the storage lockers. Now, you really want to learn reselling business Oh, that's some work there.
That's a whole nother video.
That's a whole other video. That's some work there. But again, as some of you know, we've done over 3,000 lockers. We have done, and boy, do we got some stories on that one.
You don't
want you know, you have to trust in each other. And we just placed an order Friday, and we actually did the payment Saturday with the company that.
We did something new we've never done before.
No, we mentioned it a little bit about for the 1,000 subscribers for the video or whatever, that we were gonna just reach out there and do something with it. So we bought 6 pallets, unmanifested, no clue what's in them besides it being household and what kind of store it came from. Other than that, we have no idea. We have no idea. And of course, that was a little nerve-wracking for us. And Mike has to trust in me. I mean, we did discuss it together, but he didn't trust it enough in me to be like, as much money as that's going to cost, you make the final call. That's a lot on me. I trust in Mike, though, a lot, as of like, he runs the whole. Oh, he has a lot with the YouTube. He does. Mike is your editor every night. Every night after dinner, there's Mike till 9, 10 o'clock at night.
It's
editing.
exhausting, you guys.
And well, I'm wrapping up the rest of the house here. So I mean, it gives you an idea. It does go. It keeps going and going.
When there's two, you know, we do 2 different things.
We do.
Well, we're resellers and we're YouTubers, so we're doing. I mean, it's double.
It's a double whammy.
Yes.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot. So
it is. So that's why we appreciate you guys so much watching these videos, because it actually means more to us than you even know. A little over 5 months ago, we started by saying, hey, let's just film one of these cases. We know people do this. We had no clue what we were doing. We pulled the camera out. We said, let's open this case up. I mean, we've been buying liquidation for a long time and reselling forever, but we had no clue about YouTube.
No.
So
you're growing with us.
Some of you guys have been there since the beginning.
I know.
It's crazy.
And you're going to go on vacation with us.
And I know a lot of you guys, you know, you guys look to us. Oh, there's something I want to say. You guys look to us for, you know, ideas and tips and, you know, how to do this, how to do that. You want to be a reseller yourself.
I get that.
And there is a lot of people getting into reselling right now. It has been, with everything going on in the world, the reselling market has been amazing for months. I will say to anybody that's, you know, only been doing it for a few months or is just getting into it right now, be very, very cautious. We've been doing this for over 20 years, you guys. We've seen all the ups and downs, the spikes, the way lows.
We've had the brick store. We've done, of course, all the auctions. Oh my gosh, Mike and I even tried auto auctions.
It worked. It wasn't a real good idea, but it did work. But be very careful, you guys. Do not invest more money than you can afford to lose. Because if the sales stop, they'll just stop.
Yes.
And I have been seeing, we're involved in a lot of online reseller groups, and we're starting to see a lot of chatter about sales slowing down on eBay and Mercari and this and that.
So this is why I think they're slowing down.
Philosophy 101 by Terry.
Can I have a bonus on my paycheck for this?
Pay attention to this one, guys.
This is why, seriously, why I think the sales are starting to slow down on that, is because people aren't locked down, for one. They're free to roam, to go around, do what you want to do. They caution you don't, but they do. You know, people are out. The stores are getting inventory back in. What happened when everything got locked down is everybody went shopping like crazy, and stimulus checks came out and so forth, and they wiped the stores out. People didn't have kitchen supplies because, like in big cities, a lot of them eat out. They have like coffee pot and some mugs and a few little things, and that's it. They didn't know, I gotta cook for myself. I mean, you have that whole scenario. I got to stay in my house for how long? How am I going to entertain myself? How am I going to entertain kids? Oh my gosh, I better buy video gaming systems. I better buy kitchen stuff, blah, blah, blah. The world opens back up. They return a lot of people return the stuff to the stores because they don't need it no more. It's a waste of money. And the stores are starting to restock their shelves. So now people can just go to the stores and buy stuff. They can just order online themselves. There's not just the only option of eBay or Amazon or Mercari. Those sales are still there. They will always still be there, but they're not that high peak as they were.
And there you have it.
101.
Philosophy 101 by Terry. Oh, and you know what? And I think she's absolutely right. Like I said, guys, we've been doing this for over 20 years. So we've seen all these cycles.
I do believe, though, that the amount of merchandise is going to be scarce still, but I don't think it's going to be impossible. It's not going to be impossible. So, but on that also being said, minus, like we've said, we've had the brick stores, we've seen the highs, we've seen the lows. We have pretty much sold everything you could possibly sell. Like you heard, we've done auto auctions. We have bought homes and we have flipped homes. We have done RVs and boats. We've sold pretty much everything there is to sell.
I'm tired of doing all this work.
So
making me tired just thinking about all this right now.
What I can tell you is when it stops, or when I don't want to call it a crisis, but when something happens to make it stop.
A crash, or the economy, or there's so many different factors involved.
You are so wrapped up in, oh my God, what's going on in this world at that moment, that within that 2-day period or 3-day period, you will be amazed how fast it will do this on you. Because people all of a sudden get scared and they take their money and they go like this. With their money, they just go, I don't need anything. I need to pay my bills. So they just tighten their money. Sometimes it only lasts a few weeks until their fear goes away. We've seen that. We saw that with 9/11. We saw it in 08. You know, it just, you don't know how long that ride. So if you're new at it, please don't put in a whole bunch of money that you cannot unload your products at, your merchandise at, because at that point it gets very hard to unload it.
Don't overinvest yourself.
We've had our times where we've sat there and went, oh my gosh, I just bought blah blah blah, all this stuff, and you're sitting there going, uh-oh.
Now what do I do?
What do I do with it? Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it is a scary moment. That really is a scary moment, and it does happen. So just take caution. Take caution with it. I'm not telling you not to do it, but don't think that it's okay just to jump right into what we call the deep end. I know where our deep end is. I know that we're here, and this is our deep end over here. I want the deep end, but I know I'm not ready for it yet. I know that.
Well, there's plenty of resellers out there that are a lot bigger than we are.
Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh, yeah. And
we're not trying to be the biggest or the best or whatever. We know what our capabilities are.
And we know this is our level, and stay at that level till we are ready. And you'll know when you're ready to move to the next level. You think you're ready? Just wait a little bit longer. I've been wanting the next level for, I don't know, a good year, but I'm waiting. Because I just don't quite feel it yet. Just hold out, you'll get there. Learn.
Okay.
And I think within your first 7 years of reselling, you're going to learn a lot. Every time you think you know it, you're going to learn more. And then you're good for a few months. I know it all. Nope. You're going to learn more, right?
Yep. And if you have stopped learning, then, I don't know, maybe you're not alive anymore.
20 years, and something will still catch us. And we're just like, you're always learning something new with this. You really are. Anyhow, there I did. 101, rambling on. That's what I'm great at. I'm great.
Oh, you guys.
And laughing. You ask us how we keep laughing. You have to keep laughing in this.
You have to.
You have to.
We put up a video a couple of days ago of a terrible, just really wasn't a very good Was it one from the other day, or was it an old one somebody commented? Somebody said,
Uh-huh.
how in the world do you keep laughing? Well, here's the deal, you guys. Even us, every reseller out there, we get bad buys. Everyone is not perfect. And I know there's been some of you guys watching our videos saying, oh my gosh, you guys get the best pallets, and they're all winners. They're not all winners, you guys.
No.
You only are seeing what you see on the video. And if you go back in our videos, you will see plenty of them that were bad.
Like, well, I might make a little part, or you get to testing the item, and the item doesn't work. That's always one.
We literally had one a couple months before we started filming these videos that every single item was missing pieces or broken on the whole pallet.
Yes.
Every item.
But this was before we were filming, right?
Yeah. It was long before that.
Yeah, it was before we were filming.
It was, it was.
Oh my gosh, we thought we were gonna cry.
$800-900 or $1,000 of pure loss.
It was a pure
So it does happen, you guys. I'd just like to say our experiences helps us try to pick the better merchandise, but it does happen.
It does happen.
We get junk just like everybody else does.
You can't. And you just need to know how to resource out sometimes also to unload your stuff and to sell your stuff and to move your stuff. And, we bought a locker one time and it was mystery boxes. Well, I mean, they're all mystery boxes, but I mean, let me rephrase that. They were boxes that were factory sealed, stacked on pallets, okay? And so everybody was in awe with this locker.
I think we told them this story before.
I don't remember, but we got new people, so I'll make it real quick.
For all you new people, you're going to hear a story right now.
If you hear this again, it's a refresher for you, okay? So they let two people go into this locker because everyone was kind of questioning, no, this is staged.
I was one of
Mike was one of them because, again, we're some of the bigger locker buyers for our area. So they let Mike go in and one other person. So Mike went in there and he banged on the boxes and he says, yeah, they're solid. And he comes out and Mike whispers to me, he says, it's solid like books. And I'm thinking, oh gosh, books? I mean, it was stacked 2 pallets tall. I don't know. It was tall. And we're thinking, books. Oh gosh. And it didn't go up that high, and I think we ended up picking it up for like $350.
I don't remember now.
And I said,
Too many
whatever,
years ago.
my curiosity, it's worth $350 to find out. My curiosity. Sure enough, it was all cookbooks.
Inquiring mind.
My inquiring mind. You guys know this, inquiring mind. So they were all cookbooks. They were all individually cardboard boxed, ready for shipping. They were all the same. And they were Chinese cookbooks, but
they were printed
authentic.
in English,
Authentic.
but they were from China, old world recipes. These books were printed in like 1982, I believe it was. So needless to say, old, new stock.
So we're like, oh gosh. And of course, our competitors, when they found out what they got, some of them started laughing like, haha, they finally got burned. But we
didn't get burned.
We looked them up. And we were finding out that these books were going for anywhere from like $35 to $50 a piece online. Well, we're not Amazon sellers, first of all. And we didn't want to deal with, we thought about, we'll put them out on eBay, we'll deal with it ourselves, or we'll be 2 years. But it was going to be like $12,000 worth is what it was going to be. And then we decided after a week, we don't want to deal with this. And we need the space. This is too slow for our process. So we sold it all off to one person for like $1,200. I mean, it was a great, $1,500. We ended up making like a $1,200 profit off of it, but we had it for a week. So, I mean,
they were going to sell them on Amazon.
They were, yes.
Because they had the ability to do that.
They had the ability. So we moved it, anyhow.
The moral of the story is, know how you're going to sell your products, guys. Otherwise, you might buy a whole pallet of cookbooks and not know what you're going to do with them.
From 1982.
Definitely. But definitely have a plan. Have a plan. Lots of you guys are commenting on these resale groups. I just bought my first pallet. Somebody give me some advice of where I should sell this stuff. That is a terrible plan, you guys. come up with the plan first before you purchase it. Otherwise, you're gonna, I'm not gonna say you're gonna burn yourself, but you're setting yourself up for failure.
If you have
set yourself up to win.
If you have your plan already in place before your product even gets there, as soon as your product gets there, you can go instantly into work mode with it. But if you don't have a plan and your product gets here, yes, it's like Christmas. Yes, this is exciting. What do I do with it now? Now, your work mode is extended out this far, whatever. In the meantime, you could have had this pretty much, you know, dealt with, whatever, and returning your money. Mike and I move ours so fast that every time we post a pallet, we have at least half of that pallet, if not 3/4 of it, sold usually that day.
That day.
So we are always on the turn mode. And that's also why we don't ever like to take a day off. It's because of the turn mode we're in. Right?
Yep. Sales don't sleep, guys.
They don't. And you're going to get out of it what you put into it.
That's correct.
So, you know, if you can only put in 10 hours a week because you have a full-time job, we get it. Start with a box. Start with knowing, get your eBay set up. Figure out, maybe start forming your own marketplace. Learn about marketplace, how to do marketplace, however it be. But get your plan going. Yeah.
You got it.
You got it, boss.
All right.
Okay. So, on that note, you guys, we have a ton of merchandise coming for you. Oh my gosh.
We got 3 pallets tomorrow. I don't know, I think we have a total of 12 pallets on order right now and like 9 boxes. Also, first part of this week will be
Tuesday, in 2 days.
Our mystery box is coming in. So that will be exciting.
That's
something
not
we've
the
never
pallets.
done.
That's a whole different thing that we do.
Mystery box,
yes.
I said. So
yes.
Lots of stuff happening, guys. Make sure you
Yes.
turn on your notifications so you get notified when the next video comes up.
Definitely. And of course, you guys always know, you keep laughing.
Keep laughing, guys. Appreciate you guys spending your time with us.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.